So yeah, I can't imagine any of you like paying your taxes, but at the same time, you don't want to mess with the IRS. If you're self-employed, then for sure you'll need to pay your taxes yourself, but that might also apply if you're a W-2 employee if you don't have enough of your taxes being withheld by your employer. Essentially, any working individual can have the opportunity to earn some credit card rewards for their tax spending. However, when you consider the minimum 1.82% fee on credit card payments through the IRS's vendors, is it worth it? In this one, I'm going to deep dive into this question and suggest different ways in which you can get more value in credit card rewards compared to the fee, understanding that value might mean something different to each of us. Some of us are purely focused on cashback, and if you're one of those folks, it should be pretty easy to get more in cashback than the fee. Even the simplest strategy of using one of the many 2% on everything credit cards, such as the Citi Double Cash, will net you a positive payout of 0.18%. This, however, might be a case where the juice simply isn't worth the squeeze. So, for example, a sizable $10,000 tax payment will only net you $18. Let's try and do a bit better. There's also an option to pay your taxes through PayPal, and PayPal was a 5% quarterly category on the Chase Freedom Flex for the past few years in Q4. And so if that's the case again this year and you have a quarterly tax payment to make, you can net 3.18% on that payment, or $318 on a $10,000 tax payment. You probably won't be able to do much better unless you open a new card and take advantage of that card's sign-up bonus. In general, if your tax payment is larger, you'll be able to snag larger sign-up bonuses, given that those typically come with larger spend requirements. Though, note also to account for any annual fees, as well as benefits and credits that come on the card that you can organically use. A very interesting option for any of you with larger tax bills may be the Chase Inc. Premier Card, which is currently offering $1,000 for spending $10,000 in the first 3 months, and has a 2.5% cashback multiplier for any purchases of $5,000 or more. Note that while these rewards come in the form of Chase Ultimate Reward points, unlike the UR points that reside on the other Inc. cards, the UR points that reside on the Inc. Premier can't be moved to another card that gives access to Chase transfer partners, and so these UR points are truly regarded as cashback. Anyway, a $10,000 tax payment will net you $1,000 from the bonus, $250 from the multiplier, and when you subtract the $195 annual fee plus $182 in the tax payment fee, you will end up with $873. That sure lightens the blow from the tax payment. On the other side of the spectrum, if you're focused on redeeming your credit card rewards for travel, there are some high value options, though before we get into those, let's highlight some of the considerations. Points and miles can allow you to subsidize the cost of your travel and also elevate the experience of your travel. And so if you're paying your taxes with the credit card and incur a fee, that fee should be incorporated into the cost of your travel ultimately. As someone who loves redeeming credit card rewards for both economical and elevated travel, I'm less likely to do so if the subsidized cost is still too high, even if the cent per point value of my redemption is high. But if you've done the math with the annual fees and the tax payment fees, and you think it's worth it to maybe redeem for some hotel stays, then a great option for you can be the Hilton Surpass card, which currently has an elevated sign-up bonus of 155,000 Hilton points for spending $3,000 in the first 6 months. And if your tax bill is large enough, you may want to consider spending well beyond that $3,000 requirement to get the bonus, as on the card, if you spend $15,000 or more in a calendar year, you'll receive a Hilton free night certificate. This uncapped certificate can get you a night at a really nice Hilton property, such as the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills, Los Angeles. And then with the Hilton points, you can either get 1 or 2 more nights at that luxury property, or spread out your points for nights at more economical properties. And with that, I thought I'd share how my wife and I approached our 2023 tax balance, which was a sizable $20,000. Our goals were 1, to make back that tax payment fee amount in cash, 2, further reduce the cash outflow from this tax payment. And 3, take advantage of one of the many elevated sign-up bonuses that are focused on travel. Naturally, that led us to a hybrid cashback and travel setup. So at the end of the day, we collectively apply for 2 new cards, 1 cashback and 1 travel. Note that the IRS has limits on the number of credit card payments that you can make for a particular tax form. In most cases, it's 2. For cashback, we ended up going with the aforementioned Chase Ink Premier, as that $1,000 bonus and 2.5% multiplier make for some really good cashback returns. And for travel, we decided to go with the Citi Advantage Platinum Select World Elite MasterCard, which currently has an elevated sign-up bonus of 75,000 American airline miles for spending $3,500 in the first 4 months. The miles are great for international flights with AA's One World partners, and that's how we intend to use them, hopefully for business class. So guys, what do you think? Are you convinced that paying your taxes with a credit card can prove very valuable? If you are, or you found value in the content in other ways, please do consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more credit card videos like this. And going back to the American Airline miles, if you're wondering how to earn lots of them, I have a video on that topic here. That's it for this one. Peace.